think that's a bit about me.
So
Thank you.
you have that multi-talent thing. Thank you so much. So please, can we actually introduce ourselves in the chat box? I'm going to be reading out your name and your location because I don't want us to stay more than an hour. I know we have a lot of things that we are doing. I don't want to keep us that long. Yes. So can you in the chat box? I'm in the chat box already. I can see Omo Bolanle joining from Lagos. Thank you so much. Bemisola Agbato. Our mamo. I'm so honored. Thank you, Ma. Akpe Siri joining from Asaba, Delta State. Thank you. Mrs. Davis Musayo joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Momo 4. Thank you so much. Oluloya, can you hear us now? Mrs. Aito from the UK. Looking forward to an insightful session. Thank you so much. Okay, Nkiruka from Lagos, Jessica Iwayemi from Lagos, Samuel Oluwayemi from Lagos, Olufemi Olunloyo from Abuja, Tedri from Lagos. Thank you so much. I think we will just jump quickly into what we have for the night. 1 second, please. So we have some icebreakers and we're still going to be using the chat box. So first question. If time machines were real and you had one chance, just one chance to go back 15 years ago, what would you have been? Just one word. Lawyer, doctor, pediatrician, pilot, whatever it was. I just want one word. And I'm going to read it out. Engineer. Wow. Techpreneur. Okay, now. I'm waiting for more responses. Astronaut. So good. Now I understand why you did that skydiving thing. Nurse. Teacher. I will still choose legal profession. I love it. James Nyangute from Kenya. Great to be here. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. I'm waiting for more. For me, it's pediatrician. Ape says HR, customer care, personnel. Interesting. Okay. So let's move again quickly. Who or what influenced your career choice? Was it a family member, a teacher, or a personal experience? What was it? Can we do this quickly? Lawyer says mom. Okay. Was she an accountant? My dad, he's a master storyteller. I love it. Personal experience. Please, Ma, can you just give us some, just elaborate a bit what that experience was? If it's something you can share, of course. Busayo says personal experience.
Yeah, good evening.
Says, Busayo, give me a second.
Okay.
Busayo says chance and the need to make money. Okay, Busayo, you want to share? Just 15 seconds, please.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone. I mentioned personal experience because over time, personal experience got me to see the empathy side of me. And it really wasn't about my parents or people around me. I just knew that I wanted to do things in that direction. And that's what led me to what I'm doing. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Ape says personal experience. I played school a lot as a child, so I decided to be a teacher. I understand that one where you have like many dolls in your house and then you're talking to them. So good, especially when you're the last born or an only child. Okay, so we have one other question. How would you describe your parenting style? Are you a helicopter parent or are you laid back or a bit of both? And I just decided to put in a bit more, like put it in context so that it's easier for us to determine where we stand. Level of involvement. Helicopter parents are overly involved in their child's life. They're constantly monitoring activities, intervening on their behalf, while laid-back parents, on the other hand, are involved, but give their children space and autonomy to make decisions. For problem solving, they often solve the problem for their child. That's the helicopter parents, while the laid-back parents guide their children to solve problems. For communication, helicopter parents constantly check in with their child, asking for updates, monitoring their activities. Laid-back parents, they have open and honest communication with their children. They respect their boundaries and privacy. This one is dicey, especially in Nigeria, because I don't believe in that knock before you enter parts. But anyway, the Lord shall help us. And then for goals, we have helicopter parents prioritize protecting their children from failure and often at the expense of their child's autonomy and independence. Laid-back parents prioritize teaching their children independence, self-reliance, and life skill. Now let's jump to emotional states, very key. Helicopter parents are often anxious, stressed, and overwhelmed, while laid-back parents are calm, confident, and relaxed. Now, I know this is the point where everybody wants to say, I'm a laid-back parent, but please just be very sincere. Where do you think you fall as a parent? Are you laid-back? Are you more of helicopter, but a mixture of both? Okay, someone says I'm both. Let me quickly see. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, Nkirika says I'm both. Ape says more of helicopter, but a mixture of both. Okay, do we have more people? Are you still taking time to think about it? Okay, more of helicopter, laid back when needed. Thank you, Mrs. Aito. Love it. Okay, definitely helicopter. Laid back when stressed. Nice. Oh, wow. I'm enjoying this session so much, and I have people waiting. Let me quickly take that out. I need to deactivate this waiting room. Lord have mercy. Okay, I think I have everyone in the room. Okay, so let's do something. The final one. What is that one thing about your child, like one particular trait? It may be something that really frustrates you, okay? And I'm not asking you to share this one. I want you to put it somewhere in your journal. But that one thing about your child, like a particular trait that stands out. Do they talk too much? Are they always greeting everybody on the streets? Do they jump to help even when they are not asked, and then maybe break some plates in the process? You know, whatever it is, or are they very argumentative, or they like to negotiate if they ask you for something and you say no, and they're like, no, mommy, and they ask you again and again and again. Okay, so what is that one thing? I'm waiting again. Okay, no, I'm not waiting for this one. I'm not waiting for this one. So I believe that we've warmed up enough and we are pumped for the next session, because my guest has been in the room in fact, we actually spent the whole day today. It was an amazing time because he had interviews round the clock, came in from Kenya. And I want us to just really appreciate him, because sincerely, I wouldn't be doing this if he hadn't called me. We had the course way back, the career analyst course, and I just, was thinking, oh, what do I do? You know how you're thinking of so many things and then you freeze, you don't do anything eventually. And then someone just calls you and you just get jump started. So that was the case for me, and I'm so thankful. So I want us to appreciate our guest as he comes in. I'm going to quickly read his profile. I'm juggling and I'm loving it. So we have some more people joining us and I'm inviting them in. At the same time, I'm getting to our guest's profile. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the applause, Apes. Okay, so our guest for tonight is Dr. Livingstone Makori. He's a seasoned corporate professional with over 13 years of diverse experience across financial institutions, higher education, alumni leadership, student mentorship, and coaching. And as a visionary founder of Corporate Career Academy, he is defining career mentorship and employability in Eastern Africa. He is widely recognized for his impactful work in talent development, leadership, and youth empowerment. He has received a lot of awards, but let's go to his education first. He has an MBA in, Bachelor of Commerce in Egerton University. He has an MBA from Chuka University, and then he has a PhD, or is a PhD candidate in leadership and governance from Daystar University. Certifications: he's a certified digital marketer, certified career analyst, certified career counselor, certified career coach, certified life purpose coach. Awards and recognition: honorary doctorate in career development from Maryland State University, USA. Founder of the Year in Career Development 2025 at the School Summit Dubai. Sorry, I'm not getting the whole thing. Business Leader of the Year 2024 at NABLA Awards Nairobi. Social Impact Awards 2024, NABLA Awards Nairobi. Top 10 Exceptional Professionals in Sales and Marketing. And as we speak, he's in Nigeria to receive another award. Can we please put in our applauses, flowers, whatever emojis you can use to appreciate our wonderful guest? Can we just do that as we bring him up to the stage? Dr. Makori, we're so happy to have you. Can you please unmute and take over? Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mercy. I believe everyone can hear me. And I want to thank you for coming to this session. I'm here in Nigeria. Mercy has been a good host. And thank you, Nigerians, for the good hospitality. So allow me to go through my presentation. But before that, I wish to recognize, I've seen my brother join from Kenya. James Nyangute, welcome to the session. Phoebe, who is with me here in Lagos, welcome to the session, and all of us in this meeting. So today we'll be talking about the role of a parent in nurturing career path. I've gone through the education system in Nigeria, and I'm seeing some few similarities with what we do in East Africa. Okay. Someone to meet. Yeah, so I just want us to go. Today I'll just talk briefly about myself. I'll talk about Corporate Career Academy and what we do in Kenya and in the East Africa. I'll briefly introduce the future of work and the role of parents. How do we build awareness around our children? And of course, how is our science able to help us in career choice? This should be able to give us a background. As has been mentioned, this is myself, and I'm glad to be here. We've done a lot of career work since the year 2013 in Kenya. So there's an organization in Kenya called Corporate Career Academy, which was founded immediately when I was doing my PhD undergrad, before I joined my PhD. And it was master's. It was founded based on what we go through in our life all the time. I was privileged to be director of director of career services in my university years. And over that period, I served in the Office of Career Services. After graduation, I became the chairman of Alumni Association. I served there for 5 years. And all that period, I was able to witness how career development is messed up. Myself, I wanted to do engineering when I was growing up. And despite having a grade to join university, I went back to high school to repeat again so that I can score a better grade. And I understand those are struggles people go through in career. Now I speak to professionals where I had the sales in one of the largest banks in Kenya. And I see a number of people confused about their careers, whether they are middle age, whether they are children. Career is quite a confusion. So we founded Corporate Career Academy to just support young people, parents, students, professionals to first find themselves, then guide them in their career choices. At the Academy, we offer services, among them capacity building sessions where we train teachers. Again, we have realized teachers are the link to successful career choices. They are the ones who influence us, parents. So we do capacity building for learning institution. In Kenya as a country, each and every learning institution is required by law to have the Office of Career Services. Unfortunately, the team that sits in that office don't even know their job. So we work with the universities, more than 60 in Kenya now, to support the Office of Career Services. We work with, we do mentorship. We support universities when they are doing their curriculum review so that we give them industry input. We work with corporates. I've been involved in developing mentorship program for 2 corporates and institutions so that we have a mentorship sessions. We do career assessments, and this is very important for me, and suitability tests. And I'll mention it as we move on. We do training on employability, innovation, entrepreneurship. Again, for young people, we focus their training on life skills, emotional intelligence, how to pitch effectively, how to sell themselves. We support officers, alumni to give back to their universities. So establishment of alumni offices so that they can be able to support career development. We do internships. We have one of the major banks in Kenya where we organize job shadow programs. Students go to the bank to work for 2 weeks and understand if they want to go to banking, then what can I do here? We organize career clinics. We organize career fairs in learning institutions. We are also the organizers of the East African Employability Summit in its 4th year now, East African Uongozi Career Awards, among others. So as part of our working, we work with the East African Business Council, who are our the private sector member of the East African community. We support in career development. We also are a member of the Social Enterprise Society of Kenya.
Brother,
I thought I need to mention all this so that you get to understand who we are and what we do. Yeah. So over time, we have evolved over a period of time to do a number of things. As we see today, we have been able to mentor more than 1 million young people in East Africa. We have a team of professional mentors and a number of things we do. We have launched a number of programs that to support again in this journey. We have Emerge Global Mentorship Program. This is a program for offices of career services, career ambassadors. We have Next Gen Career Coaching Masterclass. This is a program we train teachers, educators, and parents to be able to use scientific tools to support young people, and many more others. So this is who we are. We've also been able to be recognized last year during the World School Summit in Dubai. We were recognized as the best career counselors during the summit, where I was also recognized as founder of the year in career development. Who do we work with? We work with the East African Business Council. I'll mention the ones you know. East African Business Council, we are a member in charge of learning. We have worked with the African Union. Last year, we hosted the East African Employability Summit together with the African Union. We worked with the East African Community, which we call Jumuiya ya Mashariki. We have also worked with the African Development Bank. African Development Bank have been knowledge partners for our events, the Kenya Private Sector Alliance. But again, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Social Protection and Labor, that's in our country, Kenya, Offices of Career Services, and LinkedIn. We work with LinkedIn to support learning. So LinkedIn do also a platform with us. LinkedIn, all of us are on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's who we are and that's who I am. Today, I want us to start our discussion. When I came here, I arrived in Nigeria on Thursday, and I went to Mukoko Highlands. I went there specifically to see life. On YouTube, I've been seeing Mukoko Highlands, how people are living in water. And I decided to just go there. I don't know if I've mentioned the right, but you can tell me, Mercy. Is it Mukoko? Yes, Makoko Highland, Makoko community. I was in Makoko community and I was really amazed at the resilience of the people who live there. Kudos to them. And this brings us to career choices. The child seated in Mukoko could probably be the president of Nigeria one day. They have dreams like another child who is living in Banana Highland. I've also gone to Banana Highland, so I have experiences of both. A child who lives in Banana Highland watching DSTV, and a child in Mukoko who is also watching nothing, and they thought I'm a white man. All of them have a dream, but there's what you call intersectionality in career. Those two children are not different. They have different experiences. They have different opportunities. Their aspirations are shaped by a mixture of factors. Could be gender, their background. I was told in Mukoko, by the time a child is at 11 years, they start bearing children. So that's background, gender, background, ability. Children could be limited. There's a child in Mukoko who can score an A plane in mathematics. There's a child in Banana who can score an E or a D in mathematics. And all of these are people in this country and across the world. They are also limited by culture, their location, access to opportunities, and a number of things. So these boundaries often determine careers children believe are for them or not for them. And again, all of us grew in some of these environments, in this background, in our gender, in our culture. And they made us believe there are careers which are not for us. So a child in a rural school, for example, I'm giving an example, will avoid science because it's seen as for boys. A child from a modest background may dream beyond what they have seen. They may dream to become whatever they can become because of that. A learner with disability may think some careers are out of reach because of that level of disability. So as I'm speaking about careers, I'm cognizant we don't come from the same background. We were not born on the same day. We have not the same opportunities. But all of us have an opportunity. And this is what you find yourself in with your child. How do we ensure, amidst all these challenges, your child is able to make a better career decision? How do we ensure that amidst all these challenges, you don't face the same, your child doesn't face the same problems you faced when you were growing up? So this will form our discussion as we move down. So let me look at the evolving job. I was today at Central TV, and we were discussing about why Africans are going out of Africa looking for employment, the issues around that, joblessness, and whatever. What should the government do? I know we have made some policy recommendations in our policy statement when we hold our East African Employability Summit. But then we want to understand the evolving job. And I want you to look back, go back and look at where you working, when you started working, and where you are today. Many things have changed. But research shows that if you look at the landscape, job landscape report by the World Economic Forum 2025, the report says that 50% of employees will reskill by 2025. We are in 2025. As technology disrupts. So technology is changing so many things. 1 out of 16 workers will need to change their occupation by 2030. So even the role you are doing today, you likely change it. We usually say in career, the roles our children will do, we don't even know them. We don't know the job description. Job description will come as the roles evolve. But again, we have seen a trend on careers which are really growing, careers which are not growing, and then ask ourselves, how are we prepared? How are we preparing ourselves first and our children to face these roles? If you remember, I work in the financial services industry. We used to have a lot of clerks in banks. And I know if you go to any bank in Nigeria, how many clerks do you find? How many tellers? Maybe 2, 3, 4. In Kenya, we have an average of 3 per bank, depending, irrespective of the size of the bank, because those roles are now going down. But we have seen roles growing in the areas of data analysis and scientists, AI and machine learning specialists, big data specialists. We have digital marketing and strategy, processing automation specialists. We have business development professionals, digital transformation specialists, among others. However, we have seen other careers going down in demand. I don't know what is the picture in Nigeria, but this is the World Economic Report. Roles like accounting and bookkeeping, payroll clerks, I'm sorry, these ones are going down. Administrative and executive secretaries, those roles are going down. Now ChatGPT can do a number of things. If you wanted a draft of something, it can be done by technology. And for your information, we talk about ChatGPT as if ChatGPT came very many years ago. We started using ChatGPT last year. And AI has resolved so much that it has reduced so many jobs. In Kenya, we used to have an industry called online writing, where Kenyans who have gone to school would write for guys in America, in the US, who don't want to go to class, but want someone to do for them assignments. That industry just went down AI. And many jobs have gone down with it. Then how do we prepare our children based on this understanding? And I can tell you, the movement will be now much more and more. I've been to the state, to the men's few estates in Lagos, and I could see a lot of hotels mushrooming. I've seen common working spaces. What does that tell you? That the career landscape is slightly changing from how we used to see it. And we must be alive to this fact. So what is shifting in the career landscape? How work is done. We have seen AI, we have seen robotics, we have seen automation. They are happening. They are happening in Kenya at a very high speed. In Kenya is one of the countries where we really embrace technology. I know Nigeria does the same. But these things are happening so quickly that I was working in an organization and we used to have data entry clerks. There were around 85 of them. When we implemented, I was working there as head of digital channels. When we implemented some automations, I saw those team members falling down from 85 to 5. And I think the number should be less. The worker, things are changing. Some of us who are here, when our parents were at jobs, they were saying permanent and pensionable. Those things will change. The worker is changing. The worker wants to do their work. I speak to Gen Zs and they say, once I've done my work, why should I be in the office? So the worker is changing. They know their rights better. We have the gig workers. We have full-time, part-time, crowdsourcing. Now we have companies in Nigeria, I believe, even in Kenya, where we hire people to work for companies in America, crowdsourcing. So skills no longer, it's not about what you have done, but the skills you have. And employers will look for you because of that skill, irrespective of where you are. Whether you are in the village, I can tell you there's one of our remotest areas in Turkana, which is the northern part of Kenya, very dry. There's an NGO that set up a place where they train young people skills and they work for companies out of Kenya, US, UK, and guys are making money where they are staying there. So what they need is internet. They need the skill, and they're able to work. So where are we prepared? Are we prepared at this stage? The workplace is also changing. We now have remote working, flexible schedules. In my employment, for example, we have people who work on shifts. They are working maybe from home. Work from home has been common after COVID. All these are things that are changing the careers we believed were very stable, creating new more roles, and moving people to a new opportunity. Wherever we look at, UNESCO has defined competence-based curriculum or competence-based education, as we call it. And I've realized most countries have adopted the competence-based education. So according to the UNESCO International Bureau of Education, competence-based education is defined as an education system which puts learners on what learners can do and not what they know. What they can do, ability, in short. We are looking at a global citizen. What does that global citizen can do? Abilities are very important. Inborn skills and abilities they can develop. Again, the curriculum identifies the potential of every learner at each and every stage. So potential is determined at each and every stage. Unlike in the previous systems, progress it was based on winners and failures. Who won? Who got the best grade? Now the education system is looking at the core, is to identify interests and subsequently guide them towards their interest areas. So we call them now learning areas. What is my learning areas? Mathematics is my learning area. How does it prepare me for a role in that? When we mention, again, something I forgot to mention, when we mention about this role changing, then every parent now they let their child go and do data science. No, no, no. Not everyone can be a data scientist. I can tell you. Not everyone can do AI and machine learning. Not everyone can do business development. Not everyone can be a salesperson. So we must be able to identify the abilities of our children so that we nurture those specific abilities. I thought I need to mention that so that you don't come from here and saying, now my child has to do information security analyst. They have to be there. We are showing you jobs, how they are changing, and jobs which are not there in the market no longer. So that you are able to make a decision as you look at it. Where is my child ability in that? So I thought I need to mention that. But again, what is the role of a parent? What should the role do? A parent do in all these changes? One is to observe and support interests. Take time to know what are your hobbies of your child, what are the talents, what is the passion at home. I give you example. We have people in Kenya. Kenya is known for career marathoners. Most of them never went to proper schooling, but they are making money from their talent. We have footballers. Even Nigeria has had serious footballers. They don't make money from that. They make money from their talent. So we need to identify their hobbies so that we can be able to give them careers that are in line with their hobbies, talent, passion. And these things can be seen at home. You are seated with a child at home who is interested to ensure that they fix wherever you have an issue with your TV, they are the one fixing. You have an issue with this machine, they are the one fixing. It's in short telling you this is a mechanical child. If we support them in a career that supports their mechanical role, they'll not be working, they'll be living. So we are now moving away from working to living as we earn. Guiding them. Don't dictate, help children explore options without imposing choices. Show them the options that are available, and I will show you how that can be done. Provide exposure. Introduce your child to diverse careers. Visits, if they have interest in factories, visits, media, career connections. Probably you have friends who are doing a career your child admires. Let them go to their office and learn what they do. One weekend, walk in. Let them understand, is this what I want to do? When we were waking up, we would say, oh, I want to be a doctor. But if you ask me now, I see blood and I run away. I can't be a doctor. Promote long life learning. Encourage curiosity, creativity, problem solving. Because this is a world of problems and we need problem solvers. Of course, experience. It has been proved that children who go through apprenticeship, job shadow, internship, attachment, they are able to understand better their role. So as early as they are, they need to be able to understand apprenticeship, get opportunities to work. And I said, right from the beginning, we have intersectionality. They are coming from different backgrounds. It may not be possible for every child to meet a doctor, but we also need to try and see how best we can do it. If today a parent comes to me and says, my child admires to work in a financial institution, I'll be glad to support that child. And that's what everyone does in terms of mentorship. So let's create these opportunities for them. How do you cooperate as a parent? One is to engage with teachers and career coaches. If a school has a career coach, engage with them. Attend school career days, workshops, meetings. This will also give you a picture of where your child is. Create a supportive environment which fosters open communication, clear goals, and aspirations. Of course, monitor progress and feedback, understand assessment reports, areas of improvement. That will really support you to understand the child. Be a role model, of course, demonstrate passion in your profession. You can't be the parent that is complaining about your job every day, how your boss is so bad, and you want your child to be happy with their job. They learn from you. So they also need to see demonstrated passion in what you do until they even want to know, what are you doing by the way? Can I do this when I grow up? Of course, commitment in your own career is very important. So as I speak to parents today, I also want to speak to you as a pastor. Have you known what you are doing currently? Is it the right thing you are doing? Is it the right career for you? If not, we need to talk. Careers is not about the job you have. Careers are planned even after retirement. What do you want to do? Is what you are doing satisfied with it? Do you have the right skills? So once you are able to do that, then you also support your children to do that. We look at career counseling in two ways. If you have career counseling, path to career success, where they are chosen through information, knowledge, feedback, choose a suitable career. It saves time a lot. Saves years of time. It's a quick path to career success. You can easily focus on your goals and the career keeps on growing. On the other part, if there's no clarity in your career, you have no knowledge about career, you don't understand the changing industry, there's pressure to reach goals. It brings an identity crisis, time wastage, and of course, by the time you know yourself, you are retiring when you are knowing yourself. So these are some of the things we need to do that we may not have done on my left-hand side what ought to be done for our careers to be successful, but we can do it for our children so that they understand where are they going, how do they move their career up. At Corporate Career Academy, we do three things to support this. One is professional career assessment. So I'll take you through a number of assessments we do. And why do we do assessments? One of the things to talk about the triage model. If you go to hospital today in Lagos, I don't know the name of the hospital, wherever you go to the hospital, you meet the reception, they register you, they take you to check your vitals, your blood pressure, temperature, and all that. Then after that, you are taken to a doctor. The doctor will send you to the laboratory. You get the laboratory results, they view them, then they understand what they need to do for you. Go back to the doctor, he writes you some prescription, you go to the chemist, you take drugs and go home. Unfortunately, most of us in Africa, we have become a chemist industry to produce professionals. A chemist mindset is where I have headache, I go to the chemist, I buy drugs for headache, go home. But the purpose of headache is not about normal headache. Could be a result of you have been tired. So the only solution could be go and have a sick off. The reason why you have headache probably could be you have a back problem. You need to be treated the back. But we keep on taking medication for quick recovery. And by end of it, we realize by the time we go to the hospital now, the condition has gone so high. If it was cancer, we are now at stage 4. Had we gone to hospital early, gone through the tests, we could have been told you have a problem, it's a cancerous tumor, you treat it like this, and you are okay. So for effective career counseling, we must follow the triage model. So we do professional career assessment, which are forms of a complete healing and showing you where you are. We do capacity building for career counselors. We have a training even for teachers, where we train them, give them tools so that they are able to help learners. We also do creating with industries, linkages with industry. Part of the team we work with are certified career counselors, members of the Career Guidance Institute, the Career Development Association, the Asian Pacific Career Development Association, the International Association of Education and Vocational Guidance, International Labour Organization. We have the Human Age, normally known as the Mowgli, and the American Union, LNP. These are the members we work with so that they can bring their expertise and support our young people through that. So what is the process of career choice according to our research and according to our understanding? The 21st century way of identifying a career is starting by self-awareness. Look at this. Whenever your child is at home, there's a way the mother knows the child based on how the child behaves when they are with the mother. When the child is with the father, they behave differently depending on how they have their relationship. When this child is with other children, they'll behave differently. When they are with their siblings, they'll probably behave differently. When they are in school, there's a different way they behave. When they are with teachers, they behave differently. If you ask all those people, your neighbor, what course should my child do? They'll tell you based on how they know them, a very limited knowledge. If you ask the father, limited knowledge. Father, limited knowledge. Why? Because all of us are limited to the things we see children doing, but we don't know what are we look at the symptoms, but we don't know what is the root cause. So for effective career counseling, we start with self-awareness of the person who is choosing the career. Don't choose a career for your child. You not work for them. They'll work themselves. You not be there when they are working, when they are delivering. So self-awareness. Self-awareness is very important, and it starts with the personality. We have 16 personality types of people, and that's a different area of discussion. So scientists have looked at personality and what each personality can do. Which careers can this personality do better? We look at another thing called interest of learners. Interests are the things we call in religion, because Nigeria is a religious country, we talk about calling. Interest. Some of them call them passion. But passion, calling cannot be measured scientifically, but we can measure career interest. Some learners are interested in social service, serving people. They are very happy. Wherever you see a friend has fallen down, they are there to help them wake up. Oh, are you okay? Can I take you to mommy? Another child will see another one has fallen and tell them, where can you stand up and go home? Go to your mother. Those two people are different. They have different interests. One has interest for people. Another one has interest for processes. So we have social learners. We have learners who have social interest, entrepreneurial interest, different levels of it. So we are able to measure these 9 interests. Then we have career values. Most people believe that if I'm in a career that pays well, I'll be happy. I am here to tell you, you'll be the most frustrated person in that career. If your career focuses on payment, then you'll be the most frustrated. I don't know why this thing is just misbehaving. You'll be the most frustrated in that career. Because if you look on only that, that's so tough. But for effective career choice, just a minute. Have I lost something? For effective career choice, we must be able to understand what constitutes a good career. What is that makes one a good career, another bad career? One good career for someone is a bad career for someone. One man's meat is another man's poison. We were told that by the English people. They were not wrong. You can have 10 children, but all of them have different interests. All of them have career values. Some people value serving people. Some people value pressure working. But that's why you see adrenaline rush. A child wants to be in a role where it's adrenaline rush, where they can see things moving so fast. Some of them want jobs which are very independent. They don't want to be given several instructions. So all of those are career interests. And a learner will be pushed to those career interests and career values. We have learning style. We have 4 modes of learners. We have audio learners. We have visual learners. We have read and write learners. All those learners have different, and they fit in different careers. If I'm in a media house, I'm writing, and I don't have interest in reading and writing, I cannot become an effective media person, irrespective of the grade I have, irrespective of whether my father is the owner of the studio. I can't become effective. Then we have skills and abilities. We have 9 skills and abilities. where do your learner fall among these fields? Logical ability, mathematical ability, all those 9 abilities, where do they fall? So if a child is able to understand them, and you, as a parent, you understand all these things in your learner, then you move to the next step and ask yourself, there are more than 3,000 occupations in this world. Which are these occupations can be classified into 20 clusters? Where do they fit in the future of work? Then go identify the most suitable career path. Which is the most suitable career path? This now informs even the subjects they do. Informs the type of mentorship they need. Informs the type of role models they need. Then you go to a career execution plan. How do you execute? My child can easily do a course in mathematics. They have ability, their personality, their interests, their career values, their running values, their skills and abilities are aligned to mathematics, which can lead them to become, for example, data scientists. Then what are the 3, 4, 5 careers they can do? Then that one informs now which subjects are these children choosing, so that you don't just choose subjects for the sake of it. So for us at Corporate Career Academy, a successful career must be able to be informed of all these things. The personality of the learner, career interest of the learner, career motivators, learning style, skills and abilities, the emotional intelligence, the future of work, and of course, mentorship and coaching. If all these things are looked at it keenly, and again, this is through science, then we are able to give our children a career that will be able to make them create impact in this world. So through this assessment, then we are able to know which is the top choice for them. Courses that align with the learner's interests, skills, abilities, and everything. What are the good choices? If they cannot be able to take the top choices, what are the good choices? What are the optional choices they need to do? And finally, which courses do they need to avoid? Because they are not aligning with who they are as a person. So we have several assessments for learners, which we use to do for learners all the way. From those who are in CBC, CBC is competence-based. In that one, we look at multiple intelligences of the learner. We have 12 multiple intelligences. There are those who are word smart, there are those who are logic smart, there are those who are interest smart, there are those who are interest smart, all those levels of intelligences, and be able to tell these learners which careers can they fall into. When you tell your child, if you perform, I'll take you somewhere. Where are you taking them? No, not everyone wants to see animals. And all of us want to take our children to see animals. We never motivate them. Some of them even want to go at the corner of Lagos International Airport and even see the aircraft tail, and they be motivated because that's their career interest. So we also have subjects for subject selection. I'm told in Nigeria, students choose subjects which will read into their career. So we have assessments where we are able to do and tell which subjects can these children do. Irrespective of the system of education, whether they are doing IGCS, the Nigerian education system, the British, any system will be able to tell career path selection assessment. For those who want to choose their career path, what are they supposed to do? Which in some institutions they are done in secondary school, junior secondary, senior secondary. We have courses for TVET. Your child has not performed well, by the way, and this is where we lose it. Because your child has not scored a grade to go to university, you think they are useless. Who told you rich people have gone to university, by the way? I've done research with many rich people. They have never gone to university. A few of them have gone. Does it mean that if they don't perform in studies, they are bad? No. But again, we need to decide which course can they do in TVET based on their skills, who they are. Of course, universities for university selection, and then we have for professionals, senior professionals, and even moms who are living, who have had a career break and want to go back to career. Which careers do you go for? Which skills do you train for? To be able to support this, we work with a team of certified career counselors, and we have an offer for Nigeria. In Kenya, we are running now a free training for December, the certified career counselor program. December intake is open. We have a full scholarship courtesy of a sponsorship from our partners who want these teachers, because Kenya is going through a transition, to be able to understand how to apply science in career choices. Our counterparts in Kenya are currently paying 2,500, which is equivalent to 25,000 Nairas. But Mercy, as I've requested Mercy, she has requested we support Nigerian teachers. If you are a teacher here and you can be able to raise 10,000 Nairas, join the program. We only give 10 of them. Criteria, first to register. What will you learn in this program? You'll be able to learn about education systems across the world, how they operate, how to make career decisions at each and every stage. You'll be able to learn about psychometric theories and how they apply in career counseling, all of them. You'll also be able to learn about the future of work. What roles are coming up? What's expected of a counselor as you become a career counselor? We'll also be able to give you an opportunity to become an entrepreneur in your own area. You have children in your neighborhood who have a problem. They have dropped out of school. You can be able to do a career assessment and make your income as you move forward. But finally, that system 10 module course takes you through. She'll be able to share with you the website. You check out what we do, the program, how our people speak about the program. Then if you are a teacher and you are interested, join us so that we can be able to build again capacity. The reason why we want to train teachers is because they're the first line of defense. They are the people who children listen to, and they're the people who keenly get to understand children and can be able to help them because they're from a line of authority. So once they understand these things and working with the parent and they use science, then we'll have a better professional. So thank you very much. Who wants to check through us? Check our website, Corporate Career Academy, www.corporatecareeracademy.com. Our email address is skills@corporatecareeracademy.com. You can also reach us through WhatsApp, 254-111-445250. You can check our work on X. You can check our work on LinkedIn and on Facebook, all of them, Corporate Career Academy. Thank you very much. I look forward to any questions, clarification of the things I've mentioned, and whatever you feel I didn't mention, feel free to ask. Thank you very much. Back to you, Matt.
Wow, wow, wow. This was a very intense, insightful session. A lot of the things that he said are not new to me, but it felt like I was learning them all over again. And I'm sure that some of us may need some clarification in the course of the session. So if you have questions, well, we've already gone past the time we planned, but if you have questions, you could just type them in the chat box. Let's see how many of them we can pick. When we were talking about the program and how to present it to the Nigerian community, I told him, I said, look, our economy right now is a very interesting one. I know that, at least from my environment, I know some teachers earn like 50,000 per month. I know that there's some private schools where they earn up to like 150. But the people who are really passionate about these things sometimes don't have the resources. And it's not always going to be like this, but we want to just make this, like I said, it's coinciding with my birthday and we just want to give back. But subsequently, it's not going to be that price. So I'll be sending out emails. It's the people who registered for the webinar and probably those who registered for the replay, but it's just going to be for those who are here, not, I mean, at the webinar, because I know some people can't make it and would have to catch the replay. We will be sharing the replay. It's actually live on YouTube too. I just didn't share that link, so, but you would have access to it. So if you don't want to download, you could just watch, you know, it's going to be available. And we're going to be having subsequent sessions like this. We're going to be inviting people. So it's going to be a long-term conversation. And we're hoping to have people in Nigeria who think of work beyond just wanting to make money or just wanting to have a title. You know, people who want to really impact others in whatever field it is. And it starts with knowing yourself first, because you can't give what you don't have. You would only end up giving confusion and low self-esteem and all of those things. So thank you again, Dr. Makori, for your time and expertise today. We are so grateful. I also want to say a big thank you to the Divine Family Lifting Initiative for their contribution towards the success of this webinar, because the webinar is coming free to the participants, and these resources are usually given at a price. And as the name implies, the Divine Family Lifting Initiative is committed to helping families thrive, and we're very aligned in achieving this. Someone is asking, is the Career Counselors Program only for teachers? No. If you're a parent and you think that career assessment is something you would like to do, because this is actually it's a career path on its own. But we don't want you to just think about it, because of the money or because of your children. Because if your concern is just your children, we could have consultations for you and give you what you need. But if you're looking at it long term, if you're looking at it as something that you can do for other people, if you're passionate about helping people, have clarity about their life and their career path, then yes, you can enroll. So the email is going out to everyone who registered. So whether you're a teacher or not, if you want to join, you're very welcome. So sure, you'll get it in the email. The link for the registration will be sent to your email. We value feedback. I will be sharing a feedback form, or maybe we'll just combine it, the feedback form and the registration form. So if you're interested, you just say yes or no, and then we move from there. So yes, the link to the replay will be shared. Other resources will be shared as well. There's something else. There's another free thing we're giving. So there's a free guide to the Spotting Career Clues in Children conversation. So we are not giving out the slides. Somebody asked. We're not giving out the slides, but we just have a summarized document that we'll be sharing. Then there's also a free worksheet. So even though we offer the paid consultations, on a professional level, we're still going to give you a guideline that you can use to assess your child. If you want to do your research and all of that, you're free to do that. We don't hoard knowledge. And what we're going to do is anyone who sends back the worksheet, the field worksheet, the first 3 people, because we can't be doing all this freebie thing. We love it, but this is a business too, and we have to make profit. Yeah. So the first 3 people who share the worksheet back with me will get free career assessment consultations. Now, the career assessment consultations, like I said, come at a price. So it is the subsequent people that would then know how much it costs. For now, just consider it free until I get those first 3 responses. So yes, and then there will be invites to future webinars, enlightening posts, opportunities, special offers via emails. We've shared the link to the Telegram channels. You would see conversations on social media handles as well. So we're just going to keep going with this. We're going to keep going. And what I just want to say, I think it's something that I say to myself a lot, is we got you. If you feel confused about where you are right now in your life, you're going to need to sort that out to be able to help your child. So this is no longer a conversation that we push under the carpet or we run away from. The place Nigeria is right now is requiring us to come back to ourselves. Because if we're doing it just for the salary, it's not going to be enough. We need to have a why that is beyond salary, that is beyond what people think, that is beyond what people want. And I pray that God will help us. I usually would like to round off my conversations by saying that I pray God will help us. So we're here for the parents, we're here for the teachers, we're here for the educators, the guardians, we're here for the children. It's an ecosystem, and we may not be able to reach every child, but if we can empower the parents and also help as many children as we can, then in general, we would have made a lot of impact. And at this point, we have successfully come to the end of this webinar. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. I believe that information is being shared in the chat box too. And I hope that you found this session informative and inspiring. So please stay connected. And this is where we say goodbye. Thank you so much for staying to the end. Thank you so, so much. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you for putting this together.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you for joining.
Amazing session.
You're welcome, Femi. Thank you for sharing on your statuses in the groups. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Finally, you are done.